Hey, friends and fam. Man, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Fear is a Liar is playing in my background. It's pretty awesome. But I wanted to talk to you guys about my trip and just an incredible journey that we did have. Now, I was gone for the weekend for a hiking bachelor party. We enjoyed tons of hiking in the Georgia mountains. And really had an amazing encounter there. Um, not just with God, but with with other brothers, and what it really means to uh, be Christ-like. So I wrote a long story about that encounter and what that was like. We're gonna be mailing that out. So if you are part of our mailing list and you want to know more about that story, I encourage that you reach out, send us your email so that we can throw you on there and you can receive those kinds of cool stories. I wanted to talk about willpower, and it ties perfectly into the trip that we had. Um, it required a lot of willpower to finish this hike that normally takes about 2.5 hours, but it took us 6. And I detail that entirely within the newsletter. So check that out. But it's a great story on willpower, grit, and helping another brother out. But willpower, as you can see, it's like a muscle. It needs to be challenged to build itself. Now, I know that's easier said than done. And I felt that it would be helpful to share just 3 tips on how to build your willpower so you can accomplish the things that truly matter. So, tip number 1 is finish what you begin. We all start projects or get partway through something and then find out like there's more steps involved than we thought, and we abandon it, or we get bored and we move on to the next thing. Finish what you begin. And this especially applies in areas that we do repetitively. Think about sleep. When you go to sleep, um, hopefully you have a nightly ritual. You brush your teeth, you say your prayers, and you go to bed. And in the morning, you may or may not do your bed. Now, why would you do your bed? Well, the act of doing your bed is completing the process of sleep. Without completing the process of sleep, you're already starting off with an incomplete assignment. Now, let's say you start to build that habit of doing the bed. Well, tip number 2 is do a little better than you think you can. So if you start doing the bed, maybe you start adding in French corners, maybe you do hospital corners. I don't know. But you just do a little bit better than you thought you would. And that, in turn, encourages you and makes it that much more rewarding when you complete the assignment. Tip number 3, do a little more than you thought you could do. Maybe, doing the bed in the morning isn't the only thing. Maybe you fluff your pillows. Maybe you put on some aromatherapy, or you use some essential oils first thing in the morning. Whatever it is that completes your morning process of sleep. Maybe you have a gradual sunrise alarm clock that wakes you up. These things all contribute to willpower, because over time, over and over and over again, you not only complete whatever it is you set out to do, but you do it better and you do it more every time. And that builds upon itself. It's compounding effect. That's how you build your willpower up. 3 simple rules. Finish what you begin. Do a little bit more than you thought you could. And do a little bit better than you thought you could. And with these, you can build your willpower to that of ultra marathoners or whatever it is your heart content is. But take these tips, use them, and let's start building willpower towards a better version of yourself. Anyways, guys, I wanted to share that with you. Once again, please send us your email so we can add you into our mailing list. This story is awesome, and just the stories that we've been encountering as we experience what God's doing through our business, they've been great, and I'm glad to finally be able to share those on a frequent basis. So if you want to see what God's doing in the ministry work of Iron Sharpens Iron Fitness, reach out and get on that list. God bless, guys. Remember to go out there and make moves and not excuses.